What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another new podcast. Glad you guys are back here with me today because we're going to do what we do, and that's break down these video clips from around the internet. Look, when I started this channel, I wondered, how would I ever have enough clips to do this week after week after week? But the internet shows up every time, because I'll tell you this, as long as women love attention and likes, there's always going to be a new clip for me to react to. So we're going to stay in business for a long time over here. But we're going to get right into it. If this is your first time here, I want you to go ahead and tap that subscribe button. Go ahead, hit that notification bell so you can return. I put out 3 to 4 videos every week, and I don't want you to miss them. And be sure to smash that like button. But let's get into it.
That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
My date showed up with her best friend. They ordered the most expensive food and drinks. I said I had to use the bathroom. I hope Daddy's credit card works.
People are mad at me for leaving a date who brought her best friend to dinner. Essentially, I had a date plan with one of the girls, and when I arrived, she said her friend was joining us. And when we sat down, they started ordering drinks and appetizers and complimented me the whole time. At this point, I knew this was a scam, and I left. And people are saying that I didn't have a right to leave because those women probably earn triple my wage, and I can't face the embarrassment of not being able to afford cheap drinks. And that poor dudes shouldn't date, just stay at home. I don't know, what do you guys think?
They fucked around and they found out. He was not the one to try to pull this scam on. He did the right thing here by getting up and leaving because she brought a friend in to sit down and have a meal on your dime, taking advantage of you, trying to play you like you some kind of sucker. And also, don't listen to the comment section. Those are just bitter women out there that's mad the game is being exposed and there's gonna be less suckers to pull that shit on.
I just think it's funny how the tables have turned. It used to be men with such high standards of what they...
What standards? What standards are men hurt by? Y'all don't want men. Y'all don't want guys. Y'all want play toys. Y'all want shit to play with on your time. Y'all want a machine that works for you. Y'all want a father figure, someone who takes care of all your shit so that you don't have responsibility, so that you don't take accountability, so that you don't have to grow up. You don't want a relationship, nor do you want a man. You want to be worshipped 24/7. You want to take and not give anything. That's what guys are upset about. The fact that a lot of us just want to use them. Play with their emotion, treat them like fucking pawns. Only be with them if they can give you some material shit. You're making it seem like we're leveling up. You're making it seem like we're leveling up. We're bossing up and they're intimidated by it. Some guys are, but most of them, they're not intimidated by shit. They're annoyed and they're tired of it.
Is there anything even really left to be said after that? Because I think she covered it all. Talking about men have always had high standards. Which ones are you referring to? Because the things men mainly ask for are basic. Cook, clean, be in relatively decent shape, be easy to get along with. Those sound like very basic things. And I always hear women say, oh, well, you expect us to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and go out and work 40 hours a week? Well, no, because men never ask you all to go out and work and get degrees. You volunteered to do that. And it's not to say that anything is wrong with that, but that's not a standard that we hold to you. That's a standard that you hold to yourself. So don't confuse the two things because we have made it clear what we're asking for. But let's keep going.
There's so much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that. My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood, should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say. How come this mom can't, let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical, and the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
he's legally bound by child support.
That's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right? Yes or no?
Gun to your head.
Gun to my mom's. I don't think it's right. I think the whole system's fucked.
We spend so much time talking about a woman's choice.
Right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
Now, it's obvious to me, and I hope it's obvious to you, she understands the child support system is rigged against men. She just doesn't want to admit that because the bias swings in her favor, and women sometimes have a hard time admitting things like this.
He ain't lying.
Now let's talk about should for a second, because a man should be able to have a financial abortion if he doesn't want to have the child, because women have so many options if they don't want to have a child. They have birth control options prior to sleeping with a man. They have options afterwards, plan B. They have other reproductive rights they can exercise, and they can even give the baby up for adoption if they want to. All of this without the consent of a man. So why shouldn't a man have options as well? But the reality is, if you lay down with a woman and you have a baby, it is your responsibility. So you need to make wise choices with the women that you sleep with unprotected or you release inside of. Whatever the case might be, you gotta be smart because the law is not on your side. So we could talk about should all day long, but we have to talk about what is. And what is the fact they can take away your license, affecting your ability to get to work. They can fine you. They can jail you. So you have to protect yourself out here because these are the realities, and that's where we live right now until something changes.
Your Facebook friend, how you put a nigga before your fucking kids?
My nigga ain't got a goddamn thing. Bitch, you don't close no door in here. This is my door. Leave my door alone. This mine.
Get on my face.
This mine.
Get out my face.
This mine.
No woman to say nothing to me. If you a whole female and you put a fucking nigga before your fucking kids.
What Raymond got to do with you? What Raymond got to do with you? What Raymond got to do with you picking up behind your child? What do he got to do from you picking up behind your child? Raymond ain't got nothing to do with none of these conversations. So don't bring him in it. Raymond ain't got nothing to do with the conversation. Raymond ain't got nothing to do with the conversation. You ain't said shit, but you still standing in my house, in my washroom. You still standing in my house.
I surely am.
You still standing in my house.
Surely am.
Find somebody to come and get you a little because you got to ride out. You got to go, girl. I'm serious than a motherfucker. You're not going to sit up and call me all kind of bitches and think you finna stay in my house. That's what you is. I see you as I see it, a bitch.
Okay, and I see it as I see it too, a bitch.
Okay, and you the dirtiest bitch I ever seen.
And you are the pettiest.
Yes, I sure am.
Nasty ass.
Hurry up and get your stuff.
No, mother ass bitch. That's what you are. If I'm a bitch, you a bitch, bitch.
Yeah, that's probably about all we need to see of that. This is exactly how mothers ruin their daughters. It starts out by thinking that they're their little friends. They can talk to each other any kind of way. But as they get older and she has her own ideas and opinions and it goes against what you set out, this is where the clash can come in. This is where the arguing and the resentment comes in. And guess what? When she gets older and she starts dating, you're going to call this masculine energy. But this is what she's been building up over the years. This is how she's learned to communicate because she's had no discipline in the home because there's no father in the home. She mentions how the mom has put the boyfriend in front of her, and the mom mentions how she doesn't clean up after the baby. So we see another cycle continuing and another mom with no father to discipline the children. So what's going to happen in the future? Probably the same thing if something doesn't change. But that's going to do it. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you guys have anything to say, please leave it in the comments below. And until another time, I'll see you guys later.